In this video, we're going to look at present tense. Should we choose simple present or present continuous? Well, remember the uses of simple present. It's really these four situations. You're telling me about your habit. You're telling me about repeated, ongoing, scheduled actions, not something that you choose to do, but things that happen. Facts, timeless truth, things like math or science. Or states that are true now. States are probably the most difficult to recognize. What about present continuous? Well, remember that the form is like this. You have the main verb, the be verb. This shows us agreement. It shows us tense. I am, I was, I will be. And what happened is the action verb. It's always in gerund form. These can be said in short form, right? I'm eating, you're eating. Very common to use short form for those. Now, states and actions. Remember this little story. Here is a flower, and the flower smells nice. Here is a person smelling the flower, and the person is smelling the flower. Why do we use these two tense forms for the same situation that's happening right now? Well, this one is a state. The flower has no control. It has no power to stop smelling nice. This is an action. As soon as the person is ready to stop, they can choose to leave, and they have control. That is the difference between a state and an action. So, remember this. Actions can be controlled. They can be stopped immediately, even if you don't control it. For example, life is getting better every day. Well, that could change. And a state is not controlled by the subject. Like our flower, the flower cannot control smelling nice. When you're describing an action, there's generally two groups of actions that are not completed. One is the action that's happening right now. What are you doing right now? Oh, I'm talking, I'm drinking, we're studying. That's what I am doing the moment that I speak or write that sentence. But it can also mean any incomplete action like these. I'm writing a book. It doesn't mean I'm doing it now, but it does mean I'm not finished. Here's something important to remember. Do not use time words with present continuous. Usually, never, frequently, they don't work together because I am doing that. That tells me the time. The time is now. It's not complete. So it does not work to give more time words. It's confusing. There is one exception. It's this word, always. If you add the word always, it sounds like you're complaining. She's always leaving a mess in the kitchen. First, notice that always goes in between be and the gerund. And notice the sound of my voice. Ugh, he's always smoking in his car. I'm not happy. I'm complaining about it. That's a useful one to remember. Okay, so let's look at some examples. Should I choose simple present or present continuous? Well, this is a habit, right? Sometimes she does it. That's her habit. So, simple present for habits. Today she's wearing. She has the control, the power to stop, to change. This is an action, present continuous. This one, another one that is present continuous because the subject has the power to stop doing it. Notice that the helping verb changes for questions in simple present compared to present continuous. What do you wear at work? Now, what is this situation? This is the situation that is like a repeated, scheduled action. It is not something you control. Someone chooses your uniform at work. You repeatedly go to work. That's right, simple present. This sentence, I recognize that is a scientific fact. That's a timeless truth, simple present. Every night. That is my clue. This is a habit. We do homework every night. That's my habit. Another clue word, now. What are they doing right now? They're studying. Action. And right now, this looks like another action. I ask you to be quiet because I'm doing this action now. How about this? I love to cook. I'm loving to cook. Well, to love something is a state. It is something that you like not because you chose to like it, not because you chose to love it, but it's your personality. It's the way you are. So I like something, I love something, simple present, because these are states. How about this one? Feel. To feel a certain way is also a state. You can't control this. You might feel a little tired. You cannot stop it just by choosing to stop it. Prefer or are preferring, that's another state. Just like I love, I like, I prefer, we don't have direct control over these. My kids are outside playing. Well, what are they doing? Right now, their action is, that's right, present continuous. Now, let's have a little change of topic. Remember subjects and verbs. If you can identify the subject and verb, your grammar will improve really quickly. So let's start with the verb. What's happening? That's right, want. She wants. Who wants? My mother. Find the action and then look to the left to see what the subject is. Slightly different. Well, this is a longer verb, a complete verb. It's pretty long. This is perfect tense. We're not going to study perfect tense, but you can recognize it. Something key to notice here is comma fanboys. This is a compound sentence. This connector joins two simple sentences together. Two simple sentences means two subjects and two verbs. Let's review what a simple sentence is. That's a sentence with one main verb, one main subject. Now, the subject and the verb could have several words each, but it's still one main verb, one main subject. When you connect two simple sentences with comma fanboys, that's called a compound sentence. Remember that a compound sentence has a comma right here. Okay, I hope that practice is useful. Thanks for watching, and if you have questions, bring them to class.